Akkor ezzel az üggyel is meg vagyunk. Mehet a következő.
This pain to cool the lava you pump through my veins, 'cause I'm burning up for you.
Ez ugyanaz a, vagy ugyanolyan ügy lenne, mint az előző. Itt is egy csőkulccsal leütik a csajt.
Got it, Skipper. Yeah, I'll bring him. He's my partner, after all.
What have we got?
New case. White female dumped in plain sight in the grass at the end of Hill Street. Hacks are all over it. Captain's trying to fend them off.
That sounds awfully similar.
The first rule of police work is make no assumptions until you've seen the evidence. Skipper wants you to have your newspaper face on, collie boy. I think I know the place where they found the lady. It overlooks Sunset Boulevard. Let's go.
I was door knocking all morning, but I gotta make on the car in the end.
A skeleton goes into a bar and orders a beer and a mop.
Hát te meg.
That's the guy from the papers. Solved that big case.
Can you drive to this one?
You did a decent job on the Henry case, Phelps. Not bad for your first time at bat.
Thanks, Rusty.
But don't go getting ahead of yourself. That's one clearance under your belt. Now it's a new day with a new dead lady that needs our attention.
No assumptions until we see the evidence, right?
Right. See, I knew you were a fast learner, Phelps. You might get along after all.
Now, boys, you know as much as I do. I'll be holding a press conference once the autopsy's been completed. I have two of my finest investigators on the case, fresh from bringing down the sword of justice on the crazed sex...
Captain, aren't there similarities between this murder and the murder of Celine Henry? And of Elizabeth Short, for that
you don't
matter?
believe there's a crazed sex killer at large preying on women?
Boys, be sensible. We have the greatest police force in all the world, with the greatest scientific investigators at our disposal. How can any killer continue to beat that? Be advised. We keep the gas chamber at San Quentin primed for the sons of Cain who continue to believe they can take a life in the City of Angels.
Yeah, right. Any new leads in the Dahlia case?
Run along, boys, and let these officers get to work. We have God's work to do here, and it can't be delayed.
What do we have, Captain?
Another woman sacrificed. Speak to Carruthers. I want daily reports, gentlemen.
Y'all seem to be standing around. Shouldn't you be working?
Detective, I was first on scene.
All these people are vultures, officer.
Advice?
But you can tell me.
You find her, Gonzalez?
Not me. A family out for a stroll. I was first reporting.
Can you show me the body?
It's under the pepper tree, this way.
So hey, what's going on over there?
Can't be much help to you, Phelps.
Ugyanaz. Ezek szerint az előző gyilkos az nem... Nem... Ez is 42-es méret lesz.
The stomping angle in the Henry case. Was it reported in the press?
Sure was. Every detail a copycat would want was there in the story.
Hát lehet, hogy csak máshol, de nem hiszem. Az nem lenne olyan... érdekes mondjuk.
Oh, we have a name. Can you run Deirdre Muller by R&I?
Back in a second.
If the motive was robbery, why not take the money?
Officer Gonzalez, badge 994. Victim a white female Jane Doe on Hill Street. Possible ID of Deidre Muller. Can you run through the name?
Na.
Look at your mark. It's very...
Distinctive. I'll do some comparisons back at the lab and get back to you.
Thanks very much for your help.
Looks like she was tied up.
It does at first, but that would leave a mark on her other wrist, too. I think her watch might have been torn off.
Gyűrűt azt itt is eltávolították, de...
What's this mark? A cut on the finger.
Fourth finger, left hand. A wedding or engagement ring. Violently removed.
Ennyi? Nem tudunk semmit a cipőnyommal kapcsolatban. Na mindegy.
Detectives, R&I says that Deidre Muller of 130 North Bonnie Bray was reported missing this morning by her husband, Hugo Muller.
What'd I tell you? Let's grab the husband, take him downtown, and work him over. We could have this wrapped up by lunchtime.
What about not making assumptions and going on the evidence?
Similar MO.
To what? The Dahlia? I don't think so.
Celine Henry.
That's a closed case. This is probably another sad sack who lost his temper with a broad who wouldn't put out.
Are you a suspect, Rusty?
Watch your mouth, Phelps. All I'm saying is we got enough to do without reopening closed cases.
Talk me through it, Mal.
Severely battered, on display. Footprints would indicate that she has been stomped. Size of the footprints would seem to indicate a smallish men's shoe. What size shoe did Mendez wear?
You finished?
No, I'm not. At a glance, I would say strangulation is the cause of death. I'll need to do further tests for semen.
Angry boyfriend. If they were married, they'd be at home. Not humping out here in Lover's Lane.
Ez még tudok beszélni? Nem tudok.
All these people are vultures, officer. But you can tell me
What's going on over there? Y'all seem to be standing around. Shouldn't you
This
be
is a secure
working?
area. You all need to leave.
It's him.
Az igen.
The cop from the
Nekem
newspaper.
szót fognak egyből. Te vezetsz.
You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed? There still might be some playing the boyfriend angle.
I thought we were on our way to lock up the husband.
If he doesn't work out, then.
Deirdre Muller has suffered enough. More than enough. You shouldn't make disparaging comments about her without even the slightest inkling of what she was like.
She was a woman, wasn't she? Well, around about my third divorce, I realized women might not be the pure angels we imagined. You're married,
ain't you, Phelps?
Don't make any insinuations about my wife.
Hey, she's a woman.
She's the mother of my children.
You're a father, Cole? Then don't tell me your eye don't bend.
This conversation is over.
Remélem az annyira nem hallatszik bele a mikrofonba, hogy a fölöttem lévő szomszéd valamivel zörög. Bár nem hiszem.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Is your father home?
He'll be home soon. He's been out looking for Mommy.
What's your name, miss?
Michelle Eloise Mahler?
Can we come in?
I suppose so.
Thank you. Could you have a seat for me, Michelle?
A kislányról nem fogom tudni megállapítani, hogy hazudik-e. Profinak tűnik.
He'll be back any moment. Just sit tight.
Not much help.
Na jó.
My partner will explain everything when he gets back, okay? There's nothing to worry about.
Ó. Főlakaja.
No sign of a wedding ring. Elgin wristwatch. Probably the same one snatched from her body.
No good to me.
Na? Mit tudok még megnézni? Ja. Hát ez sem nagy segítség, ahogy látom. Beszéljünk a kis hölgyel.
Is this about Mommy? Daddy is trying to find her. Please tell me she's okay.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Michelle, but your mother is dead. Do you think you could answer a few questions for us?
Could try.
When did you last see your mother?
Yesterday afternoon. I went to a dance at Belmont High. Mommy was supposed to pick me up, but she didn't show.
So what did you do then?
I was upset. Daddy came instead.
Jó, hát az igaz.
And did he come and get you?
Of course. Some boys offered me a ride home, but that's not the right thing to do.
So you were hanging around the school for quite a while. What happened with your father?
I don't know. I called and finally he answered. He came straight away then.
Nem volt jó. Jézusom.
Some of your mother's jewelry was missing. Can you describe her things?
A ring, a watch. I never paid much attention to that stuff.
You seem reluctant to talk about her jewelry.
It's a touchy subject with Daddy. He thought she wasted too much money on her appearance.
Ah.
Your mom and dad are happily married?
What are you saying? Of course they are.
Mivel tudnám bebizonyítani, hogy hazudik?
They weren't happy, were they, Michelle? Did your father ever hit your mother?
Just the once. She said she would leave him if he ever did it again. He bought her a brooch pin to make up for it. And he always wore her golden butterfly.
I know this is a tough time for you, Michelle, but you should really try and help the police.
Ez legalább jó lett.
What gives?
Daddy, the police
Go to your
are
room,
here.
please, Michelle. I'll talk to the police.
Daddy, Mommy is gone.
Go to your room, young lady. She's not even out of school. You can't come in here interrogating her like she's some
Your wife
kind
was found murdered this morning.
Found? What? But she only...
We have some questions that we would like to ask you.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I'll do my best.
What size shoe do you wear, Mr. Mueller?
Why do you ask?
It's routine, sir. Simple process of elimination.
9s, I think.
Hajas is volt a cipő ott. Nem az volt a 41-es. De.
You always wear size 9s?
Sometimes 10s. Depends on the brand. Foreign shoes have different sizes.
Nem már.
So you were here all night. You stayed in while your wife went out to pick up your daughter?
Yes, that's correct.
You should come clean if you're having an affair or if there's something going on.
I told you I was here. Were you saying I wasn't?
Kislány elmondta.
So why did you take so long to answer the phone when your daughter called?
Okay, I went out for a while. I was driving around. It's my way of relaxing.
You phoned in a missing persons report this morning?
Yeah, that's right. My wife didn't come home last night. She left around 9:30. Michelle was out at dance. She called me to let me know that Deidre didn't turn up.
Was your wife unreliable?
No.
Ah.
Your wife went to pick up Michelle?
Yes, that's right.
Nem biztos, hogy azért ment el.
What happened, Hugo? You got any theories? Because we're starting to like you for this.
The car park by the school is kind of dark. Maybe somebody jumped her there. Did you try the parking lot?
Your wife was beaten and then strangled. In your case, you have no alibi and a history of violence towards your wife.
That's not true, God damn it.
It is true, Hugo. You're a violent man. You try to keep a lid on it at home, but sometimes you lost control. Your daughter and your wife were scared of you.
You don't know anything about me.
I know about the golden butterfly, Hugo, and how you bought your wife off the last time you heard her.
She liked to spend money, all right? Dresses, jewelry, her hair. It drove me goddamn crazy. Do I look like a Rockefeller?
Nobody likes a cheapskate, Hugo.
Getting hostile with us is a very bad idea, Hugo.
I'm no murderer.
Make some arrangements for your daughter, and then present yourself to Central Station for questioning.
You gotta be kidding me, Phelps. Put the cuffs on him.
This is an outrage. I didn't kill my wife.
Your daughter is in the next room, Mueller, so I'm giving you a break. Don't make me change my mind, and don't make me come looking for you.
Hát ez mehetett volna jobban is.
We should go back in there and bust his ass.
One, we need to break his alibi, check phone records, canvass the neighbors. Two, we have motive of domestic violence, which probably goes for half the men in LA. Three, we have no evidence tying him to the crime scene.
Hello, detective.
Yes, ma'am.
I heard the terrible news over the radio.
And you can help us with our inquiries?
Yes, sir. They had a row last night. I heard Mrs. Mueller screaming.
Did you see Mrs. Mueller come home late last night at all?
No, not at all. I did see Mr. Mueller put something in the incinerator earlier this morning, though.
I told you he was our guy. Now let's get this bum downtown and into a cell.
Look, there he is now.
Step away from the incinerator. Don't let him get away.
Okay, but no shooting. We need this guy to make the case.
Állj meg! Öcsém, de gyorsan fut. Profi.
Enough running, Hugo! Hands where we can see them. This doesn't look good, Hugo.
I can explain the blood.
Get him booked in at Central, officer. Then put him in an interview room. We'll be speaking with him later. And inform the cat.
Yes, sir, detective.
Is there someone you can call, miss?
I don't want home and
You need somewhere to stay, Michelle. You have other family? Grandparents? Aunts or uncles?
call Aunt Helen, but she lives in Bakersfield and
Call her. We're gonna get someone down here from Juvenile Hall to talk to you in the meantime.
We ought to get some uniforms down here, clean up, take care of the kid.
the cops from the newspaper.
Look at this clown. Galloway, Homicide Division, badge number 564.
Phelps, 1247.
Did we get Ray Pinker and a technical services team to a house at 130 North?
I need an
Bonnie
address on
Brae
a
Street?
Belmont High School.
Send someone down from
Checking
Juvenile
for
Hall
you,
to look
detective.
after a young lady.
Roger, 11K. Belmont High, 1575 West 2nd Street.
Thank you.
How's that just been paid look about him?
Did you read about the rumor that Stanford...
Inform Detective Phelps that the coroner has a report waiting.
You can drive.
Downtown when he's available.
Got it, KGPL.
Először bemegyünk a hullaházba akkor.
Fine. Where are we headed?
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
I'm surprised, you know. I didn't make the husband for it.
Always make the husband, fellas. 9 times out of 10, it's the closest person to the Vic who does the deed. God knows I've wanted to kill some wives in my day.
Lex parsimoniae.
What?
The law of parsimony. Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is most likely the correct one.
You know, you could have said that without getting all liturgical on me.
I'll try to dumb things down from now on.
Appreciate it. And try this one on for size. Rusty's razor.
How's that go?
You blame the guy that's banging her.
Ah, of course. The famous Lex ignoramus.
Closes cases, Cole. Puts a lot of people away, that one.
Phelps, Rusty, thanks for coming.
Can you blood type the shoes that we bagged and see if they're a match?
Sure. It'll all be in the report, but I'm assuming you want the details now?
Please. Cause of death is strangulation?
Correct. Take a look at the samples on the bench.
Ez tűnik jobbnak szerintem, nem? Ugye ez tűnik a legjobbnak. Vagy ez.
What are the normal uses for that kind of rope?
On boats, mooring lines.
Correct. Although Ray says that they're sometimes used as bell ropes in churches.
Ezt is meg kell nézni olyan? Nem hiszem. Jó, nincs több dolog, amit ezzel csináltunk.
For a sailor or a minister?
Well, in my experience, sailors seem to have the greater libido.
Was Mrs. Muller criminally attacked?
No external or internal traces of semen.
Thanks, Mal. Anything else comes up, you let us know.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Are there any messages for me?
Yes, Detective. A green 1946 coupe registered to Mrs. Hugo Muller has been found in the parking lot adjoining the Belmont High School and playing fields. Captain Donnelly wants you to head down there immediately to take the school janitor's statement.
Thanks.
Egész hosszúak már ezek az ügyek.
You know the way. You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Not exactly the happiest of places, the coroner's office.
Carruthers is a good man, professional, diligent. If you're working with a pro, it's easy to overlook the grim realities of a place like that.
Funny job, that, the coroner's.
How so?
You don't want them enjoying their work too much. The wrong kind of man can get awfully lonely rattling around a joint full of corpses.
Rusty, that's like something out of the pulps.
Been reading the same ones as me?
I thought you were usually too drunk to get through a magazine.
You know, if I close one eye and squint, you can just about make out the print.
No.
This is the car?
Yes, sir, Detective.
Have you looked it over?
Superficially. I was told to wait for you guys.
Thanks. We'll take it from here. What time did you see the person park the car?
Late last night, after school social, maybe 1 a.m. I've been keeping a good eye out lately. We've had problems with the child molester.
This was the same man?
I don't know, sir. I mean, I'd like to say yes, but truth is, it was pretty dark.
All right. Tell me about this man you've been having trouble with.
He hangs near the playground, tries to befriend the children. He was around here last night before the
Most is itt van a csávó.
Violent?
Yes, sir, I would say so, yes. There's the son of a bitch now. Hey, you!
Go, Phelps. I'll take the car and see if I can cut him off.
Gyerünk, gyerünk.
Lock them up and throw away the key. I saved a whole year for that car.
There he is, officer.
Gyerünk, elkapjuk. Meg lesz. Hát nem hiszem, hogy milyen kurva jól tudnak ezek futni.
That's far enough, freak. You move a muscle, you're a dead man.
Car 11 King, Car 11 King, come in.
Az. Tök jó lenne, ha ütne ez a csávó, amikor kattintok. Baszki, nem ütök. Üssél már, Phelps! Mi lesz? Na végre! Na baszki.
What's your name?
Who's asking?
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Name's Eli Rooney.
You've been in trouble with the law before, Eli?
Some.
What are you doing around here?
I like to keep an eye on the children.
Strictly paternal, is it, Eli?
Don't sass me, boy.
A woman was abducted here last night, Eli, and murdered.
And I would love to make you for that, you okie motherfucker.
Well, I wouldn't know nothing about that. A woman, you say? I like 'em a little younger than that.
Turn out your pockets, Eli.
Now, why would I do that?
Because I'm about to break your fucking skull, Eli.
You're under arrest, Eli. You are in very deep trouble.
Why bother with the paperwork, Eli? I'm gonna take out my gun, and I'm gonna count to 5. Let's see how fast you can run now.
Hang on a goddamn minute. I found that thing in the parking lot.
Get some backup out here, Rusty. We need to get this one downtown and into a cell.
I'll tell them we got a kitty raper coming in. They can roll out the red carpet.
Ja. Na és hova megyünk most? Van itt valami? További megfigyelni való dolog? Ja, hát itt az autó, vagy itt maradt az autó. Itt a sportpályánál, nem? Mit eljöttünk megvizsgálni. Teljesen hülye vagyok? Ja, hát ez volt az.
The overalls are stenciled HM. Mueller is a mechanic. I wonder what Eli does for a living. Blood and skin samples. We better get Ray Pinker out here.
It's from a Chrysler. Could be important.
Más nyom nincs. Nincs.
His mother would be proud of him, catching all those criminals.
She went to 5-star goddamn wedding.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need interrogation set up at Central for both suspects being held in the Mahler homicide case.
Certainly, Detective. I'll get in touch with the watch commander.
Thanks, ma'am. Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed? I say we make Rooney for this. I think we should lay it on him. He was near the car, he had her jewelry, the DA will love him for it.
Even if he didn't do it?
Who cares whether he did it? You have kids, Phelps? He needs to be taken permanently out of harm's way.
And we let Mueller slide?
For a while. He gets a free pass for now. You better not go soft on me in here, Phelps.
We'll work the evidence, Rusty. Let him do the rest.
Need a drink.
Are they ready?
Got the jitters again.
Bowler's in 2 and the pervert's in 1. Get in there and get a conviction.
Egy pillanat is. Folytatjuk. Na már itt is vagyok. Hihetetlen, hogy ennyi mindent kell csinálnom a streamelés közben. Na jó, kezdjük el az egyessel.
Boys, really come through.
Captain, we were on our way to interview Eli Rooney.
Vagy nem.
Yes, folks, I know. This particular fiend is an old acquaintance. I have tried to reaffirm his belief in a wrathful and terrible God. Whichever way it goes, I'll be dealing personally with him.
Menjünk a ketteshez inkább. Fogalmam sincs, hogy melyiket lenne jobb első. Lehet, hogy teljesen mindegy is. De mindegy. Ez csak a szoba. Csak az ilyen nézőszoba.
Here's where we stand, Hugo. Your next-door neighbor heard screaming coming from your house. You were burning your blood-stained shoes. You have no one who can confirm your whereabouts last night. Your daughter says you're a violent man. We have everything we need to send you to death row, and all you have to say for yourself is, I didn't do it.
I swear I didn't kill her. Give me that lie test. I can prove it.
Why did you burn your shoes, Hugo?
Because I knew you'd never believe me.
Believe what?
It's rabbit's blood. A guy at work brought him in and I helped him skin him.
We found your wife's car. Someone parked it at the school late last night. Do you have anything to say about that?
It wasn't me.
Where do you keep your work clothes?
I keep them at work in my locker.
Hát ezt megnézzük. Bár szerintem kétségbe kéne vonni, de megnézzük. Lehet, hogy hazudik és a kocsiba tartotta. De az meg hülyeség.
enough lies, Hugo. Your overalls put you at the scene of the crime last night.
My overalls are in the laundry of my house.
Green overalls, bloodstained, with the initials HM found in the trunk of your wife's car.
They can't be mine.
Why, Hugo? Because if they were yours, they'd be in the incinerator too?
Do you know anything about ropes, Hugo?
As much as the next man. I was a scout. I learned some more in the army.
You learned to strangle with the rope in the army?
With rope, with my bare hands, but mainly with wire. I learned a lot of things in the army, but I still didn't kill my wife.
For argument's sake, what type of rope would you use?
If I had to, I would use a triple braid. Less flex, easier to control.
Hát ez elég szarul áll ez a csávó most. Pedig lehet, hogy tényleg nem ölte meg.
I know nothing about any tire iron.
Egyet a kocsiba találtunk, egyet meg egy másik házba.
You're lying, Hugo. You're gonna have to come clean on this.
You got no proof.
Your wife drove a Chevrolet, Hugo. What make of car do you drive?
A Chrysler Airflow.
So I guess that explains why the tire iron that killed your wife came from a Chrysler.
Fú, baszki. És nem tudom utána meggyanúsítani, hogyha elmegyek innen, vajon? Mert akkor kihallgatnánk a másikat is. Hát ezek szerint nem tudom. Kurva szomorú. Pedig úgy lenne az igazi. Mondjuk ez attól függetlenül, hogy sok mindent sikerült rábizonyítani. Eléggé... Elég ártatlannak tűnik.
You're down on your luck, Eli.
I had worse. My family ate roadkill during the Dust Bowl.
But you have a job. A parolee has to have a job, correct?
I had me a job down in San Pedro. I'm looking for something new.
Ugyanazokat kéne rábizonyítani. Ott hagyta a... Jó.
What kind of job, Eli?
Working fishing boats, odd jobs around the boatyards. Pretty good with my hands.
You ever tie up any of your victims, Eli?
It's not a nice thing to go calling them.
What would you call them?
I can't say. I learned a long time ago not to go talking about the things I like. Talking about it just seems to get people's dander up.
Answer the goddamn question, Rooney, before I brain you.
See what I mean? Short answer is yes.
You have any preference regarding rope, Eli?
I know a good rope from a bad rope, if that's what you mean. That's not what you mean, is it? Any old rope will do me fine.
Jaj, azt akartam. Ezek szerint, ha bármilyen kötélő, akkor lehet ez is.
You're lying, Eli. You're a creature of habit. You just get out of jail and you're back to your old ways. You use a specific type of rope.
That may be the case. But But you got nothing that says I used a rope to hurt that woman. I think you should let me go. Is there some money coming my way for finding that butterfly?
Ez se lehet jó.
You killed
Kurva
Mrs.
életbe.
Muller and stole her jewelry.
That ain't so. Ain't done nothing like that.
Fú, de utálom ezt a csávot. Miért nem tudok rá bizonyítani semmit?
You're a liar, Eli. You needed the money, so you killed her.
I've been around some, son. You got some evidence that proves I stole that butterfly from that woman? I done told you I found that pretty thing. I never stole it.
I don't like you, Eli. I think you're an evil man. I think you try to pass off your pain to other people. I can't make you for this case, but my consolation is that I don't think you will be out of prison for very long.
You can count on it, shitbird. By the way, Eli, the captain and the hat squad would like to talk to you next. Any idea what they might want to talk about?
De őt nem vádolhatom meg, ő szerintem... Hát... Szerintem ő ártatlan, de nem baj, nem tudom.
I've been in this job 20 years. I never fired like that.
I'm not saying another thing until I've seen an attorney.
Bassza meg!
Hugo Muller, I'm charging you with the murder of your wife. You'll be arraigned and taken before a grand jury. Book him, Rusty.
With pleasure.
I have to say I'm disappointed. I stood in front of a troop of reporters and made promises. Promises of swift and fearful retribution, and you bring me an armful of vagary and happenstance. You made the department look bad, lad. Do it again and your career as a policeman will come to an abrupt and ignominious end. You two are back on the streets. Find street criminals, roust them, beat them, and restore some fervor to your police work. Your next case will come when you've revived my faith in your abilities. Now get out of here!
Hát ezt elrontottuk. Tudtam, hogy másikat kellett volna börtönbe juttatni. Helytelen a kurva picsába. Fí, bezzeg. De szar vagyok. Kurva szomorú. No, szóval ennyi volt már akkor az Noire. Hát az utolsó ugye az eléggé rosszul sikerült. Pedig ennek már úgymond nagyobb tétje is volt egy kicsivel. És hát nem sikerült ezt kinyomozni normálisan. Szomorú vagyok. Na mindegy, holnap ugyanebben az időpontban fogjuk folytatni, ugyanezzel a játékkal. Haladunk a vége felé, de szerintem majd csak jövő héten tudjuk befejezni. Úgyhogy holnap találkozunk, aki esetleg itt bekukkant. További szép napot mindenkinek, hello, sziasztok!